So that's turning it off. That's turning it back on. As soon as you disturb them at all, the fan turns on and blows them out. This is a LuDela pillar candle, and you probably can't buy it because the company's gone out of business, but I have bought a stock of their going out of business stuff because it's extremely cheap. Mostly because I wanted to play with it, because it has a really interesting concept. It is an electronic candle with a real flame. So in the main box we have this smaller display box, and it essentially is a reusable wax pillar, and it has a liquid cartridges of paraffin fuel, and it's remote controlled, which means it can light and extinguish under remote control. So these are the liquid fuel, and this is the actual candle. So it requires recharging. They have a QR code with some video tutorials and so forth. This is the actual candle body. You can see there's two electronic probes that will light the candle remotely. And also in the box we have a USB A to C cable for charging. So down here there's a USB-C port you can charge it with, and a remote control. Alright, so the joys of buying products from companies that have gone out of business. The quick setup video is no longer available, so I'm just going to have to figure it out on my own. So I plugged it in, and it is charging. It has a red light. There's that button there, which I decided is a safety button, and the cartridge has to be installed, and then that button will be depressed when the cartridge is installed. Now, although this candle has a USB-C port, it does not properly negotiate USB-C power delivery charging. So you have to use a USB-A to USB-C cable like they include in the box to charge it up. So it's charging at 4 volts, 0.9 amps, so basically it's drawing about 5 watts to charge. Alright, this guy's fully charged. Alright, so this guy screws up into the inside of the candle, and it goes in, and it actually screws kind of lefty-loosey to go up in there. And you heard the little beep when it activated, or when it got the switch closed in enough. Now, this is the remote, and there's the super secret child-safe code, which is you have to push a time first. So you say 1, 3, 5, or 8 hours, and then you hold the arm button down for 3 seconds. So I'm going to say 1 hour, hold the arm button down for 3 seconds, and there both candles lit. So you have auto arm candles. There is an off button. If you push the off button, it blows the candles out. We'll turn them back on. Now there's some other safety features. They say if it tilts, it'll blow it out, and it beeps at you that it's tilted. And if you touch this metal plate here, it blows it out. Now, if you get your hand close to the metal plate, nothing happens. So you actually have to touch that plate. Well, I got it really close. I didn't quite touch it. But, you know, it's not enough to put your hand in the flame, so you can still burn your finger with something like that. But if you get your finger kind of going over the top here, it's pretty sensitive, just a barely little brush, and it'll blow it out again. So I think the coolest bit is the self-start. Now, they don't have any particular scent. It's kind of a pure paraffin wax. liquid. So you get the candle smoke smell if you've had it blown out, but while they're burning, you're not getting any scent put into the room. All right, I initially thought the push a time first and hold the on button for 3-second child lock was something that children would figure out pretty quickly. I gave it to my 13-year-old, and it took him a good 5 minutes, and he can read, and he did read the thing, but didn't understand it. So yeah, I think as long as you don't tell little kids how it works, they'd have a harder time lighting the candles. So my son also loved playing with it. We had to take a 13-minute break while he lighted and turned off the candles remotely.